Hey guys, I'm going to do number 3 from the homework for tonight. It was the most requested. So I'll do both A, B, or all three, A, B, and C. You're rolling a fair die twice. A fair die meaning that it has 6 sides and all sides are equally probable. So the set S is defined as all possible outcomes. The first thing you need to do is draw a tree diagram to represent S, and I realize this is a lot of branches. So I'm going to pause and draw the whole thing, and then you'll see what it looks like. All right, that's a lot of drawing. It's probably more than I'll ever really ask you to do with a tree diagram again. Set A is defined as all outcomes having numbers that add to an even number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a highlighter here, and I'm going to go through and let's see, I'll use yellow. And I'm going to highlight all of the outcomes that add to an even number. So let's zoom in here and look at just the one branch. Okay, 1 and 1 add to an even number. 1 and 2 do not. 1 and 3 do. 1 and 4 do not. 1 and 5 do. So 3 there. If you go through and look at the 2 group, 2 and 1 don't. 2 and 2 do. 2 and 3 don't. 2 and 4 do. 2 and 6, or 2 and 5 don't. 2 and 6 do. And you see there's a pattern here. It's going to be 3 from every group. So if I were to go through and highlight all of them, I'd have 3 from each section. 3 from the 1s, 3 from the 2s, 3 from the 3s, 3 from the 4s, 3 from the 5s, and 3 from the 6s. So you'd have 3 from each of the 6 groups, which comes to a total of 18. So we're going to calculate the probability of A, and we're saying that there are 18 of these outcomes. Of the 36 that are there, if you count them all up, or do 6 times 6, which reduces to half of them. It's also asking for the complement, and its complement is just going to be 1 minus that. 1 minus 1/2, right? We talked about that being one of the definitions we can use for the complement, and that is also 1/2. So its complement is 1/2, and the probability of A is 1/2. And the last part of number 3 says, what is the probability that the 2 numbers rolled do not have a product larger than 20? Product means multiplication, so instead of using yellow here, we'll use green, and we'll look at all of the situations where this is true. It's got to be larger than 20. It can't be equal to 20. So let's look at the situation where they do have a product larger than 20, and we'll use the complement to help us find what they're asking for. So we'll start with 6. That's the biggest one. 6 times 6 is 36, so that's one of them. 6 times 5 is 30, that's one of them. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 3 is 18, so we're not worried about that one. And now into the 5s. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 4 is exactly 20, so that does not satisfy the requirement. Remember, it's got to be larger than 20, not larger than or equal to. And then in the 4s group, we've got 4 times 6, which is 24. 4 times 5 is exactly 20. And there are no pairs in the 3s, 2s, or 1s that would do that. So I only highlighted 3 there. So it looks like the probability of this happening is 3. Or I'm sorry, I highlighted 6 of them. So it's 6 out of 36, which is going to be 1/6. So it's asking what's the probability that they do not have a product larger than 20. This is all of the ones that do. So we'll take the complement. 1 minus 1/6, that will give us 5/6. And so that is the probability that the 2 numbers will not have a product larger than 20. All right? Hopefully that video helps you guys. Good luck with the rest of it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.